Hey y'all. So the full moon in Aries is going to be on the 13th. And I don't usually do full moon readings, but I felt called to do one this time. So we've got four piles. The peacock feather, which fell off of one of my peacock friends. So it was what do you call it? Responsibly sourced. My little Saturn Jupiter unicorn friend here. The dice rolled to 3 for pile 3, and the dice rolled to 4 for pile 4, which is pretty funny, right? So, let's do it. Pile 1. Peacock feather. So we've got the Ace of Wands, ready to create. I'm hearing I'm ready. Like a real strong, I'm ready. 2 swords reversed. Yeah, like you've been stuck in your head. And you're not anymore. Like you're ready to create what you want to create. With the 2 of Swords being reversed. 3 of Cups reversed. So there was people around you who were kind of keeping you in your head. Kind of have an influence on your energy, on your emotions specifically with the Cups being here. People that you came together with frequently. Like your energy, met with theirs frequently. So coming out of that too. You're ready to create from a very solitary and powerful place. We've got Divine Masculine here. The frequency of Divine Masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Well, that's amazing. Hello. It's exactly what I was saying. Ace of Wands. Like a strong but kind place. This is your full moon. And it's Aries, so it's like the warrior, the one, the beginning. Aries people are always so fiery and strong. You may have some type of Aries placement, I'm feeling. I don't often say that in my readings unless I'm really feeling it. You must have some Aries in your chart that's being activated, or it's just really just coming out. Like you're just really tapping into the Aries energy. Storyteller reversed. Whoever these people have been who are around you look good on the surface, but see, making up tales that harm others. I think they were kind of cool to your face, but talked behind your back. I don't see this shadow attribute of the storyteller being you, and I think you're finally seeing it, and you're just no, I deserve better. And you do. Especially because it's look at you. You're tapping into this divine masculine power. Like it says, the strong, focused, and active side. As opposed to the divine feminine power, which is receptive, which receives, which is nurturing. It's kind of like the place where you create from. It's the place that receives more spiritual messages. It's this is more out in the world. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, so basically these people, whoever these people have been who've been around you, I think that they're jealous, or, they don't want you to be too powerful, or they want to harness that power for themselves. People do siphon off your energy, whether you're aware of it or not sometimes, actually oftentimes. And it's not as grandiose as it sounds. It's not people are walking around, they're real vampires, although they kind of are. Every interaction you have, it's does it drain you or does it empower you? Because if it drains you, that's a vampiric interaction. And we have a lot of those in the world, So it's like I said, not as grandiose as it sounds. Words can have power, that vampire word, but it's true and happens more often than I think we'd care to admit. So I think you are breaking away from these people who were vampiric in nature, whether they were aware of it or not. Sometimes these things happen subconsciously. They're not even like aware that they're doing it. I've come across many of these people. They genuinely don't mean to do it. But yeah, you're breaking free of the stories that you've been telling yourself about who you are. You've been keeping yourself down, but now you're not going to do that anymore. I mean, there's a double message here. Ace of Wands is a powerful beginning of creativity, of fire, of passion. Aries is a fire sign. The full moon is in Aries. That's why I really feel like you have a strong Aries placement, or you're having like an activation in your chart. And then divine masculine, that's in line with that message. You've got a double message here. So it's like finally owning your power. And you don't have to be a man. You could be. You also might resonate with the term twin flame term. If not, you might want to look it up just to learn more about it. It's pretty interesting. Oh, this lighting. Sorry, hold on a second. There we go. Okay. Gold and silver violet flame dragon transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. Look at the last line on the divine masculine card. Helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. I think you're finally learning like the way to break free from toxic energy is with kindness. Like maybe you've been a little harsh in the past. I'm also hearing understandably, because it sounds like you've been dealing with some real shady people. Possibly even within your own family. For some of you. Transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. But you're finally seeing things for what they are. Like you're not angry about it anymore. Like you just get it. So you can find closure with this with grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Yeah, healing. See, that's the closure. Offer service under grace. Whatever this Ace of Wands moment you're having is, whatever you're ready for. It's like you're ready to bring your energy to the table somewhere where your ideas will be listened to and you will be empowered, not drained. Like you want to offer your energy for service, but you also want, energy in return. Like you're ready for like healthy dynamics. Okay. This is just so big for you, this Ace of Wands, this divine masculine. I just want to say congratulations. Like, I can feel that this hasn't been easy for you. You've had a lot of people who were kind of dragging you down. I am literally seeing like an anchor for a ship. Like, you're this ship and you're meant to go out and have all these voyages and pursue your dreams and, seek out new lands and you're finally, I feel like you're finally free. With this full moon, you're going to really feel it. And when I say that, it's like a few days before, a few days after, like this general time period. The full moon is on the 13th. Your final oracle card. A twist in the tale. The unexpected, a change you did not see coming. I have a feeling this is going to feel like a power surge, but like not in the sense of like a power outage. Like you're just going to start feeling the healing. Like you've been feeling real down about this. I think a lot of loss, a lot of pain, a lot of sadness, a lot of grief, a lot of focus on the past. And understandably, again, feels like a lot of loss. But things that needed to be lost, people that needed to be lost, places that needed to be lost, energies that needed to be, like for your highest good, for you. So you can be in your power. So I think with the unexpected, a change you did not see coming, I think you're going to start feeling really powerful and good, but also like peaceful and healed. So you're going to feel both energies and they're going to feel almost conflicting in nature, but they actually go together. And I think that's what you're not going to see coming and you're going to feel it. And I'm just really excited for you because you deserve it. You've always deserved it. And I'm sorry that these people have influenced your energy, Going forward, you just got to make sure you pick the people who come in your space, like in any way, shape, or form, including social media. like very carefully, because you have a lot of powerful energy that people want. So yeah, happy full moon in Aries to you. This is a really good reading. Pile one. I'll show you this cool peacock of feather again. This also, I'm getting a message. It's like you're a peacock. Like you're meant to show off. You're meant for people to see you in like your full glory, you know? And then look, this was a male too. So it's like a male peacock with all those beautiful, vibrant colors. And I feel like that very much represents you and like your destiny and your personality and who you're supposed to be. So I have a feeling there's been some people who are like, who do you think you are? Like, oh, you really think you're that great? Da 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 da. You know, like throughout your life. Yeah, you actually are. So fuck those people. Sorry, but yeah. Okay. 2. Little Saturn, Jupiter, unicorn guy. Isn't he the cutest? Look at his little eyes. Okay. 2. Full moon in Aries. All right, we've got the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Sick of waiting. 4 of Cups. In a rut, stuck in a rut. Not wanting anything that's being offered, not anything you've had before. In terms of emotional investments, in terms of who you spend your time with. You're just not happy with your life. You're not happy like with your job, with your things, with your status. Like you're just sad about it. And you're sick of waiting. Like you have been waiting on manifestations that don't seem to be happening. But you're also ignoring your intuition with the High Priestess being reversed. If you would go inward more, meditate more, use tarot more, or maybe get some readings, you would see that this is actually part of your manifestations. Sometimes you do have to wait for it for the seeds to germinate, for the seeds to sprout, for them to fully push out of the ground, you know? And like, I feel like you're at that stage where it's like the seeds are coming up, but you're just like getting really impatient. And that could actually inhibit your progress. So this is a matter of like trust and faith and patience. And I have a feeling that some of you have heard my readings before or have gotten other ones as well that you've been hearing these messages a lot. But there's a reason for it, you know? The High Priestess, it's your intuition. And it came out reversed. This is, you know, she who knows. This is the inside of you that just knows how things are unfolding, that knows your destiny, that knows your plan, you know? Everyone has a plan. Soul contracts, divine plan, etc. And you're just not trusting in that. You're not listening to that because like you are in your ego more about like wanting this, whatever it is you have been manifesting to happen. Okay? And you're really sick of being in this rut. But I'm also hearing there's some gifts in this rut that you're in, this rut, that you are missing. This is the universe giving you a cup. And you're ignoring it. But the universe is like, no, but there's important information in here. There's an important experience in this cup for you. Don't ignore it. You know, you're so focused with your arms crossed, like, I'm not getting what I want. Well, sometimes the universe knows better. And I know it's really hard to hear. Trust me, I know it's really hard to hear. But it's true. Okay? So, authority. I'm feeling a very strong resistance. You don't like the idea of the universe having the authority in your life. But the thing is, we're co-creators. We don't manifest and create on our own. We do it with the universe. The more you fight that, the less things are going to happen for you. That's just the nature of our reality. It's just the truth. It's the law. I mean, it's just how life is here. So the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. See, you've got the powerful, directed, and realized down, you know? You know what you want. You're ready to go there. Like, you're determined. I really feel like a very determined energy from you. A very authoritative personality. But you're forgetting the receptive, wise, and loving part. And that's the energy you really need to embody in order to make your manifestations happen. So the universe can bring it to you so you can learn the lessons. Receptive, that's the universe bringing it to you. Wise, that's learning the lessons. Whatever is in this cup the universe wants you to have, will make you wiser for this manifestation that you're trying to get. And loving. Love is like acceptance. Acceptance of what's happening. Acceptance of who you are. Acceptance of like what's happening around you. Like instead of resisting with your arms crossed, I think this is just an opportunity for you to embrace that aspect of authority. Okay? I definitely feel a very strong resistance here. So, also it's going to be extra difficult because the full moon is in Aries, and Aries is like ready to go. Aries is like the warrior. Aries is fiery and passionate. But I think if you can make this like a focal point of your full moon, maybe do some meditations, do some readings, like I think that maybe the friction of you like doing the opposite and really being focused on that, going inward, being receptive, learning whatever the universe wants you to be learning. I think the friction might create a breakthrough for you. I'm really feeling that extremely strongly. So make use of this full moon energy. Okay, you've got the shapeshifter shadow attribute. Projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. This has something to do with this cup that the universe wants you to take. Cups are emotional. It could be a person coming into your life. It could be new ideas. In this case, I think the universe is sending you people, but you're ignoring them because you don't see how they serve your agenda of what you want to manifest. But the universe is like wanting you to learn the lesson of love just for the sake of love, because it's a very powerful healing energy in itself. And we all need to do that for each other right now. Like life in society is very difficult. Yeah, this is specifically what the universe wants you to learn about right now. To heal the shadow attribute of the shapeshifter. Because if you can embody the light attribute, which is skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. And then you can really make your dreams manifest, like on a really large scale, is what I'm feeling here. Okay. Sunshine Yellow Dragon helps you to help animals. Serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. I'm feeling for some of you like adopting a rescue would really help you with this. I think some of you are being called to adopt a rescue, or you've been seeing like an animal rights organization over and over again on your feed, or you're neglecting your pets. Something to do with animals. It's part of your lesson right now. Serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. Helps you to help animals. I'm also feeling that like part of your mission in life has something to do with helping animals, whether you're aware of this yet or not. Definitely a message for you. I definitely feel for some of you, you're like, what? But in this energy of like helping an animal, taking care of an animal, that's love. And apparently there's a lesson for you in that. And apparently you're supposed to help animals. We all have like missions here, you know, like what we're supposed to do here on this planet. Obviously we're supposed to learn. All of us are supposed to learn, but then we also have like very specific individual things we're supposed to do that we're good at. So for you, it has something to do with animals. Very interesting. Yes, butterfly ferrets. I am reborn. So again, animals. There's a butterfly here, so I'm definitely getting, you know, the symbology of like the caterpillar emerging from the cocoon, but with friction, right? You know, I was talking about that. I am reborn. Like if you can really acknowledge this about yourself, everything that I've been saying, I know it's triggering, you know, and I can feel like you're a very dominant, authoritative personality, so I know it's difficult, okay? But if this is something that you can acknowledge about yourself, that's the first step to transforming. And also, if you can use this full moon energy like I was saying, you can really make some intense progress quite quickly with the I Am Reborn card. I'd also like to read a little bit out of the book for you. 5. Also, the butterfly ferrets, it's number 5, which is a card of change. So I'm feeling like change is coming in your life, okay? I know you've been feeling very stagnant, but the fact that you got a 5 card, it's change. Oh, also I'd like to show you, I don't do this all the time. Bottom of the deck for all the piles is the 6 of Wands, which is victory, which is like positive societal status. It's victory after battle. It's celebration, and empowerment. Okay? And for you, it's like learning how to identify with empowerment on a new level. Because, look, the frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. This is your lesson of love right now. It has something big to do with animals. Okay, butterfly ferrets. The butterfly is the ultimate symbol of transformation. The ferret is mistrusting and alert and repels those who would do her harm. This strange combination will see you safe at this time of vulnerability and new powers. For while you are reborn, you must have protection and will ensure you are safe in this moment of highest danger. So yeah, as you transform, you are going to feel very vulnerable, which is very new for you because you're used to being like very strong in your energy. Like your aura is like impenetrable is what I'm hearing. But it needs to be broken down so you can be reborn into a more like wise and loving version of yourself, so you can come back and you can be authoritative, but then you're also going to have that aspect of yourself that's like receptive and wise and loving. Yeah. And know that you'll be protected in this process. I have a feeling that like animal spirits look out for you. Have you ever heard of spirit animals? That may be, an idea of spirituality that will really interest you. Actually, speaking of, I didn't do this for all the piles, but I'm going to pull you an animal oracle. Oh, this one just peeked out. King of Swords. Yeah, you're very authoritative. You might even like be a boss or a leader in like a really big way already. And like I said, it's not like you're not going to be a leader again. It's just you need to kind of like tap into that like heart-based leadership. That's all. All right, can we get an animal oracle for pile 2 for the full moon in Aries, please? This is a very animal-oriented pile. So let's get you an animal oracle. Oh, 2. 2 of them. You got sheep and llama. Okay. Bottom of the deck, one specific message I want you to hear from this is the giraffe card in this book talks about finding extraordinary in the ordinary, which I think is important for you right now. Part of your lessons. With the llama, it says set clear boundaries and enforce them. So as you're going through this transformation, if you choose it, you're also going to have to learn how to redefine boundaries again because like I was saying, your energy field is usually impenetrable, but as you make this change within yourself, your aura is going to be weaker. But it's important because you're changing, It's like you can't like mold something that's like hard, You have to be able to mold something that's soft. You know what I mean? So, in this process, just remember you got to set clear boundaries with people and remember to enforce them. It hasn't even been a thing for you in the past, but it will be as you go through this transformation. Also keep in mind that like there are people around you that you can trust, but I'm feeling like maybe there's some that you can't. So, some people you can let in, some people you need to keep up boundaries with. Also, some people you can let them in sometimes, but you need to put up boundaries at others, and you'll learn to discern that. Act with fortitude and cooperation. Yeah, just remember, set boundaries, but also be cooperative. Don't set, like, mean boundaries. Don't be like, go away. You know what I mean? Like, leave me alone. Just be like, hey, I'm really sorry. Like, I'm doing this right now. I'll get back to you later. Or, just, oh, hey, how you doing? But then, like, swiftly walk away. You know, it's like, I think the reason why these two wanted to come out for you, because it's like, set boundaries, but then also like be cooperative about the boundaries that you're setting. Don't be rude. Also act with fortitude. This is all about building yourself back up again to where you're impenetrable again. You will get there, okay? That's your message here. Okay. So yeah, I think it's like, this may have appealed to you because it's like the planets, you know, and it's like, logically, you know what the planets are, and you probably know science well, and I feel like you're very smart, intellectual type. But then there's also like the cuteness of like the unicorn and the eyes. So it's like, it's all about you becoming like this like logical, intellectual, kind, sweet, like tapping into that inner child as well, and like integrating that like happy child into like your leadership ability. The happy, loving child who plays and is kind to people, but then also being like strong in that like intellectual ability, and then like setting those boundaries like we were just talking about. So I definitely see that as why the Saturn Jupiter unicorn was yours. Okay. 3. The 3 dice with the little weird dot on it. I don't know what that's about. Okay. Pile 3, full moon in Aries. Lovers. I'm hearing a choice. I'm also feeling Gemini energy. Page of Swords. The Hermit. I'm hearing you can't quite make a decision about your love life, and you need to go inward. This choice you need to make in your love life, it's like your inner child needs more healing, which is why your inner child can't make this choice. Swords are mental. So see how the inner child is looking over at the Hermit, and the Hermit's walking away from the Lovers? Like, this is what you need to do in order to get the answer. Okay. Throat chakra. 5. First of all, you got 5. 5s are all about change. Throat chakras are all about communication. Sorry, it's like you can't really see the 5 above the throat chakra because of the lighting. There it is. Throat chakra. Communication. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. So immediately when I saw this, I was like, well, I don't think that this person needs to communicate with whoever this person or these people are. I think they need to walk away. But look, the message in this card is what you need to do for yourself. So it's like about communication with yourself. Self-expression. You need to focus more on self-expression right now rather than this person or these people. Will be different for different viewers. The more you focus on your self-expression right now, the more you're going to find the answer. And I feel like it's just going to come to you very naturally. And then you're going to be like much more solid in who you are too, which is really important for whoever you come together with as your lover. And you're also going to come from a more peaceful and balanced place. I definitely feel like right now you don't know what to do. You know, you are not peaceful and balanced, understandably. You know, you have this choice to make and you need to do more healing. So yeah, you need to go inward, self-expression to find peace and balance. And then this answer will just come to you naturally because it'll come from like a very solid place of self. Okay? The Eternal Child. Oh my gosh, I did not even see your cards yet. This is exactly what I was feeling from this. This is your inner child not knowing what to do, okay? Also, I'm feeling for some of you, you may have children with one of these people. For some of you, it's like you're making a choice whether you want to leave a family situation or a marriage, but you have children with them, which is influencing your decision. Shadow attribute, inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. Yeah, so that's, I just wanted to read the card to you. So that's what I just said. Those are part of the messages for some of you. For others of you, you've already decided to leave. You need to go inwards. I'm hearing your kids are going to be fine. Just especially if you are fine. Okay? That's the message for you. If you're fine, your kids will be fine. I know it's sad when families split up. Trust me. But But it's even more sad when a kid grows up in a home that's not a happy home with parents who aren't happy parents, happy individuals. So I feel like some of you need to hear that. And trust me, that's a truth. Like, that's not just an opinion, that's a truth. I mean, it's like both. Okay, anyway, sorry. So yeah, for you, it's like, it's all about like healing your inner child so your inner child can really like grow up. And that may sound weird for you because I have a feeling like you're all above 18. But something I read the other day, which was extremely amazing to me, the way it was worded, it just was like a mind-blowing reading. It was like, what did it say? It said, until your inner child feels safe and cared for, you can't mature. So even if you become an adult, you won't be mature unless your inner child is healed and safe and cared for. So that's all about what you're doing right now. This full moon in Aries and just like this chapter of your life. For some of you, you may even find this reading when it's not the full moon in Aries, but this is still the message for you. Yeah, also another message, extreme dependency on others for physical security. This is going to be about you learning how to become more dependent on yourself and know that you can take care of you. You can make you safe. You know, you don't need somebody else to make you feel safe. You can do this for yourself. It'll be very empowering. So, a lot of messages with that one. Green Dragon, go outside more. Make some plans for vacations where you'll be out in nature, okay? Like wherever you've wanted to go. I feel like for some of you, you've wanted to visit like a national park or just somewhere you've always wanted to go that's out in nature. Go do it. Book that trip. You need it. It'll be good for you at whatever like stage you are in your journey. Helps you to tune into the secrets of nature. See how this dragon is holding this key? Not only like is it going to be good and healing and fun, but it's going to, I feel like if you can spend more time out in nature or find ways to bring nature into you, like if it's cold where you are, it's starting to get cold where I am. This key is going to help you make this decision. Whatever this decision is, like for those of you who maybe have already like left a family situation or a marriage, like maybe you're deciding if you want to get back out in the game again, you know, like when the right time is, or maybe there's some new people who want to come in your life or a new person. You're like, am I ready? You getting out in nature is going to help you. Like this, you're going to get this key. You're going to be able to unlock this door, and this door is going to be like, here's your answer. I truly, truly feel that. Okay. Receive answers. Look at what this card says. Receive answers and guidance from nature. Align with your divine essence. So like I said, you know, if you need to bring nature to you, like you can get bath salts, you can get crystals, you can get incense, you can get sage, like you can put more plants in your house, like get a green room. Like there's so many different things you can do. But you need to spend more time with nature, and nature's going to help you get back in touch with yourself and heal yourself. And green is heart chakra. Green, heart chakra. Okay. So with this black cat card, I just reread it the other day, the whole thing. I like to refresh sometimes. So, and it's funny now, I feel like it was 4-year pile. The important thing to remember here, whatever has happened, you know, obviously there's a variety of scenarios. This is a general reading, okay, guys? But this card talks about she's been wronged, okay? And she's sad. And, you know, she's got this scarecrow or scaring away the crows. You know, the crows have been the people who've hurt you in your life, or maybe even just one person who's hurt you really badly. But it's also a time for her to reflect on her part in things. For the rebalance, in order for karma to really sort itself out, in order for her to really like heal from this and not be sad anymore and not want to scare off crows, you know, or scare off everyone. Let's just say that, you know, metaphorically speaking, because of this card. She has to own what she's done. What was your part that you played in things? How can you accept, not only accept what you've done, but also forgive yourself for it? Yeah, so I think it's really important actually for everyone regardless of your situation. Like it's not only a time for like the person who's wronged you to pay their dues, but like for you to also like acknowledge what you did wrong too and forgive yourself. Sorry, I already said that, but like this feels like a really really big message for you. It's easy when we're hurt by someone or some people to just blame them and be angry. But if we stay in that energy, then we're going to be in that energy forever, you know, and it's really sad and painful and lonely. So not only do we have to forgive them and find closure and healing from that, but we also need to acknowledge like our part in things and forgive ourselves and heal ourselves. I've officially said that 3 times. I'm done now. They do say you have to hear something 3 times to learn it, so you're welcome. Sorry. Okay, that's your reading. So with 3, the dice of 3 being your number, I also feel like you need another number. I like to do numerology in my readings sometimes too. 1. So 1 is the card of self, of the beginning. 3 is harmony between mind and body through spirit. Cohesion of mind and heart. So for you, it's all about, you know, rebalance also of self. Rebalance. Starting over again. Look, you've even got 3 and 0. You've got the 3, you know, mind, body, and spirit, with the 0, which is like where everything is created from. And then you've got the 1, which is self, working on your individual self, which is exactly the hermit's journey that you need to take right now. It's weird because now you can say it. Yeah, so one last message. You know, it seems like things are messed up, but things are exactly where they need to be. It's just you need to be able to do this journey of the hermit right now. And you're going to find a lot of joys and wonders within yourself that you never even knew were there. And a lot of healing, So use this full moon in Aries, that fiery energy, to like burn out all that pain, all that suffering. Burn it out, you know? Burn it down. Burn it down so you can start over. Burn it down and find closure and healing and forgiveness for others and for yourself. Okay? 4. Okay, what's going on for you? Full moon in Aries. Ace of Swords. Mental clarity. Leadership, authority. Cutting through the bullshit. 3 of Wands. Waiting for something. What are we waiting for? 9 of Cups reversed. Waiting. Clarity. I'm feeling a strong energy of not wanting to be alone. You know, this person's like totally happy and fulfilled being by themselves, and it's like not wanting that. Okay, let's just keep. Yeah. Okay, that is the energy. I wasn't sure for a minute. Okay. Communication. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. I have a feeling like maybe you're really good at being by yourself and you're not wanting to be by yourself anymore. Maybe that's part of this like aha moment, this mental clarity is like, maybe I'm not supposed to be alone, you know? And so you're kind of like waiting, like, what's next? Okay. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. Perfect. So, you know, I felt this card so strongly coming in, like regal, strong, mentally clear, cuts through the bullshit. So I think it's just, this is also reminding you like to be like heart-centered, so you have a cohesion between heart and mind. Try not to be too cutting. You know, I know you can see through the bullshit better, but like maybe you don't need to always like voice it, you know, out of compassion. So yeah, whatever you think about clearly, you're likely correct because it seems like you are really seeing through things. You're really cutting through, right? But it doesn't mean you need to voice it out loud. So, this talks about, you know, run every piece of information through our heart. Okay? So cohesion between mind and heart, which is interesting. That's similar to pile 3. And then I also felt like pile 2 was similar to pile 1. A little late to mention that though, huh? Lover. Light attribute of the lover. I have a feeling like you're so good at being on your own because you are a lover. Like you have a really big heart. But now your mind is becoming really like razor sharp because you've been spending a lot of time alone. And so like you're having this new rebalance of getting back into your heart again. So it's just navigating that. It's kind of a new way of existing for you. I'm not saying like you haven't always been like mentally clear or smart, but there's like a new sense of clearness. Like you may have even opened up some psychic gifts that like allow you to see things even more, like with your third eye. Like you just know things. Like you'll know somebody before they like even talk. You'll know what's going on in somebody's life just from tapping into like their oversoul without even meeting them. Like you may even have like those kinds of new like mental clarity, and then I think it's all about like knowing like when to tell this person or when not to tell this person that you know these things. Likely it's probably mostly just for you to know, but you definitely feel like you're supposed to know these things because you're supposed to be a leader with this crown. Okay. Anyway, line attribute of the lover. Yeah, you have a lot of love to give. You've been giving a lot of it to yourself, but like I think the important message here actually is like it's time to give to others again. This time of solitude is nearing the finish, and it's time to embrace your lover self again, like from an even more mentally clear place. Maybe you gave a little too much in the past because you weren't seeing things clearly, but now you've been given the gift of clear sight, clear third eyesight. Great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. I have a feeling like you're going to come together with people now and you're just going to like want to like gush all over them. Like you just love everyone and you love everyone's individuality. And also in society, there's the game, try not to gush too much because people think you're desperate, and like know when to gush and when not to gush. You can really have an appreciation for somebody and not need to gush all over them. You may give them like too much of an ego boost, or like they may be turned off by it, or they may just like get really like uncomfortable because people aren't used to it. So deep blue dragon keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. I also get a sense that maybe you've been hurt actually really badly in the past by having such an open heart, which is why you've gone into this solitude because you don't want to be hurt anymore. But this card is assuring you that you are safe. You're being kept safe. Look at this dragon. It's like breathing fire into, like breathing fire. Everybody or everything harmful runs away, and then you can walk through knowing that you're safe and there's nothing that'll harm you. I have a feeling there are forces that protect you, and there's forces that know that the world needs some love. And, you need to be able to be out there and be yourself, but like also like know you're safe. And so you are safe, that you're being protected. That's a really important message for you. So don't be scared to put yourself out there. Know when to put yourself out there, when not to. Know when to speak and when not to speak. Sometimes you can appreciate someone and think something about someone without telling them and still have a conversation with them. Bats in the berry, your final card. You can achieve great things. Oh my gosh, I just read this one the other day too. It's Halloween season. Here I am. And so I've been getting real into this book again. I mean, I always am year round, but I read this one the other day too. So this card talks about how you've always been different, and people have always said that about you, and they've judged you pretty harshly because you are different. And if you think about it, bats are, like people, they only like really appreciate bats around Halloween. Someone walked into like a dark area and bats flew out, they'd run away screaming, like I think people just don't understand you, and so they're quick to judge because people have this need to like put things and people in a box and like really understand them. But I have a feeling like you're very multidimensional and interesting, and people can't really box you. And so when they try to box you, they're trying to simplify something that's very complex. So they can't. They can't. And so I think you can see that now too. So this card talks about how, people have judged you. They've said you're weird. They said you're crazy, just because they just don't know how to box you. So, you've been kind of on your own, hanging upside down for a time, like the bats in the dark. The hanged man is popping into my head here of the tarot, which is having a new perspective, being alone, gaining wisdom. Okay, so I know I'm kind of all over the place, but all of these messages are for you, and I'm very excited. So you've been hanging upside down in life for a while. That's in the book. And the book talks about how you've had this great climb to the top. Like a climb, but also like being lifted, like by like these bats, like these creatures. So you have this perspective of great heights now. Not only have you climbed, but you've been lifted by flying creatures, mystical creatures. And now you have this like sense of accomplishment, okay? Like you did it. You are accepting who you are. You're becoming more balanced in like a much more strong place. You don't really care as much what people think anymore. You may even find it funny. You may even find more people like you, which makes you feel more safe. But yeah, it talks about having this new perspective, being at the top. You have accomplished something great here, okay? This card talks about you have made it to the top of the mountain. However you made it, you made it. So for a while, just enjoy the view. Just appreciate your accomplishment. This is big. This is big for you. This self-appreciation, this self-safety, this new rebalance of mind and heart. Like, yes, it is going to be time to go out in the world again. The world needs you. The world needs your love. The power of your love. Very powerful. You will be protected. Your pathway will be cleared. But it's still a matter of waiting. Okay? And just, let me read the book. Let me just read it. I feel like I'm basically reading it, but I'm just going to read that one part. Here it is. Bats and the berry. You've done well. Now take a moment and enjoy the magnificent view and all the wisdom this hike can offer you. See the future directions, see where you made what others call mistakes, and see how those below stay stuck. And know you need only ask for our help. Especially when the darkness falls, and you will find your way to the beginning of another great journey into the places that others say it is not possible to go. It is. You have shown it to be so. Now let us take in this glorious view. I really want to read the whole thing. But what you can do is you can just screenshot it. And if you want to read it, you can. Because I feel like I've already been gushing over it. So the 4, again, the image of the 4. Okay, I'm just going to hand draw it here. This is like the hanged man. If you look up this 4 drawing, the way this is, you look up an image of the hanged man from the original tarot. They are similar images. The hanged man is like the bats. I mentioned that when I was explaining this card. So, new perspective, like we've already been talking about. Also, grounding in yourself. Like, yeah, it is time to come back out there. And you're ready for it. But just for a time. Just ground yourself in some self-appreciation. Ground yourself in just like self-love. Like really work on that cohesion of mind and heart. I feel like you're kind of in like the home stretch of it. I don't know. Just enjoy your alone time. Enjoy it. You worked so hard to get here. Society says you can't enjoy your alone time only because they can't enjoy themselves. They don't have that self-love that you have. Oh, I have so many chills for you and I'm about to cry. P.S. This is my pile too. Happy full moon in Aries. It's on the 13th, by the way, but this applies like leading up to the full moon and like a little after too. Okay, bye. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Da, 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 da. Thank you guys for your donations. Super cool. Means so much to me, as well as being a part of your journeys. Feel free to leave me a comment anytime. Also, feel free to tell me what readings you want next, because otherwise I'm just going to go off my intuition. Okay, bye-bye.